Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have our boy Kid Vegeta right here. Now this Kid Vegeta is the reward card from the World Tournament. He seems to be very wonkily designed. They gave him, in particular, one link right here, and I just don't really know why they would do this, right? Like, give him this Frieza's Army link. It's not really something that, like, you're gonna have a good chance of even activating. I mean, I guess, like, if you're gonna run this Vegeta, maybe with the Kid Vegeta and Kid Raditz on the youth category team, sure, I guess, but, like, this is a very, like, weirdly designed unit. I think this Kid Vegeta is more so just going to be a, like, trophy card, because, like, I feel like the argument that he's free to play doesn't really quite cut it, considering these World Tournament reward cards, like, it's like, yeah, they're free to play, but there's a limited window, and you have to grind your ass off to get them to where you can max them out, right? So it's not really the same thing. Like, saying this guy is free to play, it's not the same argument as saying, like, LR, Fat Boo, and Bobbity is free to play, right? That's free to play. This guy is like, yeah, you have your, 2-day window, and then if you don't rainbow him then, you have to wait years to do it. And, like, in years, this guy is gonna, like, absolutely suck, right? So I'm gonna level his links up to, like, the 4 or 5 range, and we'll see if we can get some good numbers out of him at least. I think defensively he could be okay if we get some good RNG with additionals, but we'll see how things are going to turn out. Let me level his links up, and we'll test him out. Alright guys, so we're here in an event starting on the Vegeta family team. Let's see how solid this boy Kid Vegeta is going to look. Again, I get his links to like that 4 and 5 range right here. 56k defense, not really that impressive, honestly. It's just, dude, the amount of times you're going to be fighting multiple enemies, it just makes this unit not that worth it. Like, really, what this guy needed was an AoE. So, like, if he greatly raised defense for 1 turn, he did supreme damage to all enemies with the medium chance of stunning. That's solid, but just as it's constituted, I don't know that you're not gonna take this guy into Extreme Super Battle Road. You're gonna bring this guy over like LR, Fat Boo, and Bobbity, or Deborah, or one of those characters that could work really well with a lot of those other extreme physical units. Like, no, this is not a good World Tournament reward card whatsoever. All right, so we'll be able to get 3 links active here. Prodigies, Prepared for Battle, and Royal Lineage. Again, his links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, Frieza's Army, Prodigies, Prepared for Battle, and Royal Lineage, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and see what numbers we can go ahead and dish out by Kid Vegeta right here. Again, his defense doesn't really look that impressive against one enemy. He does get a 50% defensive buff, which is cool, but I mean, that's going to push him up to 100k defense. A rainbowed unit coming out in 2021, 100k defense, he sucks. That's shitty. 700k attack stat sucks, right? Like, if you can only make him look even decent when you're fighting 5 enemies, he's terrible, because that's so uncommon, right? Let's look at the potential Super Battle Road stages he could participate in, too. Alright, so you could use him on the Pure Saiyan stage. In the Pure Saiyan stage, though, you're fighting 2 enemies every single time. It's 2 Hybrid Saiyans every fight. So it's not even like you're going to get major buffs or anything like that from there. The Vegeta family, same thing. There's 2 fights every single time. Youth, in there's a couple of stages where there's actually more. There's a few. So potentially this Vegeta could help out in the youth stage. Like if you get lucky with the additional super attacks or something like that, right? He gets 3 supers. He greatly raises defense 3 times, and he's got 3 chances to stun. Like, that's the situation where he'll look good, right? And then Terrifying Conqueror, Space Traveling Warrior, and Prodigal Warrior, of course, there are no stages for him to sort of look good in. Okay, so now that we're up against multiple enemies, right? So his full passive, he gets 70% attack and defense start of turn, medium chance of dodging. Again, if that was high, I'd like that a lot better. Dodging, for me, I like high and above. Then he gets 1 key and 20% attack and defense per enemy, which is fine, but, I mean, like, again, they want you to be fighting, like, 3, 4, 5 enemies, and that's just not common. Like, the only place where you really would commonly see that is Super Battle Road, but, like, I don't think you would run this guy in Super Battle Road almost ever. Maybe the youth stage, you probably could. That's the one area I think where this guy could definitely help, is youth. But, I mean, that stage, like, people were beating that stage like day one free to play. So it's not like, I don't know that it matters that much that he's there. But I mean, I guess that is something. Again, defense 63k. It's going to go up by 50%. So, oh no, I was wrong last turn. Yeah, like no, his defense, because like he's going to get 30k defense from this. So he'll be at 90k defense after he super attacks. Like people are telling me this is good. Oh, he's free to play. This is not a free to play unit is LR Bobbity and Boo. That's a free to play unit. This is a World Tournament reward card, dude. If you didn't rainbow him, guess what? You can't rainbow him for 2 years. Like, you can't judge this guy by the same... Like, 1.45 is much better. I mean, that's without support. I mean, there's the double super attack. He potentially could do one more. But it's just him. It's just some normal. It's like... These World Tournament reward cards... It's just the last couple, I'm very disappointed. Because, again, like... These aren't just normal free-to-play characters. You can't just say, oh, he's free-to-play. Honestly, I just don't think that logic applies to these units because of the fact that they're so difficult to obtain. Many agree that World Tournament is the worst mode by far in the game. It just is horrible. It's such a joyless, emotionless, painful experience. And you need to grind the hell out of that to get, like... Because, like, again, people will say, oh, he's free to play. So if he's free to play, that means we're judging him only at the rainbow level, right? You're not going to say, like, oh, let's judge him at 55%. He's a free to play unit. So, like, in order to do that, you have to grind the hell out of the World Tournament. You have to come top 2,000 in the World Tournament to rainbow this kid Vegeta, right? And then by the time you do that, he still looks mid. All right, so this is going to be a good rotation. We'll get these next 2 rotations, and then we'll probably move on. I'll go to, like, the Cell fight where there's, like, 5 enemies or something like that, and we'll see the numbers he can put up there. Obviously, Vegeta super attacking first is going to give a minor attack buff as well. He has several, links here, right? Everything is active except for Saiyan Lineage as well as Frieza's Army. Frieza's Army is just completely dead fodder ass cheeks, by the way. Just never expect Frieza's Army to ever be active. The only time you're going to activate that is if you're running him next to the Kid Vegeta and Kid Raditz 5-year anniversary Easy A unit, right? That's basically the only time you would ever get that link active. What is the buff that it gives? 10% attack and 20% defense, so it is good. But I think it should have given a little key as well. Okay, there's 1 super attack. We got unlucky there. Because remember, against 2 or more enemies, Vegeta also gets a high chance of launching an additional super. And then he also gets a 70% attack buff. That's when performing a super attack. Okay, so that extra attack buff is only going to activate on super. Okay, that's interesting to note. Here, let's just go ahead and sit Videl down with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's active skills. But yeah, again, just all in all, this guy is just mid. He's just mid. If he was just like a normal free-to-play unit, I would get the argument a little bit more that he's free-to-play. Like, yeah, he's, you know, he's mid. But as a World Tournament reward card, no. Sorry, tough titties. I hold these guys to a higher standard, because you have to bust your ass to get them, right? All right, so Vegeta on this rotation, Kid Vegeta, again, everything except for Saiyan Lineage and Frieza's Army. 75k defense, of course, this is only going against 1 enemy. Again, after this turn right here, we'll go ahead and I'll go into, like, the Cell event, where there will be 5 enemies. Or maybe I could do, like, the Bojack event. No, let's go to the Bojack event. Where we'll go up against multiple enemies. We'll run the Space Traveling Warrior team against the Bojack event. Yeah, and we should be able to see some decent numbers by Kid Vegeta. It's just, I don't know if I think he's doing enough. Like, again, I consider a 2 million attack stat average. People could go say all they want, oh, not everyone's a whale like you, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I'm judging every unit rainbowed and stuff like that, level 10 links, because I've got them that way. That's what I'm evaluating them on. And if you're not hitting a 2 million attack stat, you're fodder. You need to be doing a lot more. If you're not hitting a 2 million attack stat, you've got to be providing a lot more than just, like, damage or just a little bit of defense. Like, the 30% chance to stun, the 50% defensive increase on super when he has shitty defense anyway, the 30% chance to dodge. It's like, when this guy Dokkan awakens, if they gave him, like, high chance of stunning, high chance of dodge, like, he could be pretty good as a TUR. But, I mean, dude, we're talking 2 years away, right? 2023, this guy's going to be a good unit. It just, I don't know. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. All right, so now we're on the Space Traveling Warrior team. Again, going up against Bojack. Yeah, 66k defense. Not exactly that impressive. We are getting support from both Turles and Bojack here. We have Prepared for Battle as well as Saiyan Warrior Race active. Again, this is only against one enemy, but I mean, we got him rotation 1. Again, 2 support type units here, and he's had 1 million. I'm sorry, he sucks. Like, that's not... You can't. There's no way. Like, I made a video calling this guy bad, and people said I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, it's actually insane to me. Yeah, he's so good. He's free to play. Not every unit is an LR, truth. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's just attack Bojack right here. I love this event, this Dokkan event. So good for showcases. Because we can just pound Bojack's ass all day long. And, like, he's just invincible. Like, nothing happens. Like, we're good. We're good. We're Gucci here. Right? They can't do anything to us. So, we could just sort of stall out. And then this is great for, again, Kid Vegeta. Because he's getting 20% attack and defense per existing enemy. Now, you know, we could get Kid Vegeta on a rotation with, like, I don't know, like, B-Pan... And then maybe like the blue Vegeta, the Father-Son Galactic blue Vegeta or something like that, or Turles. And he could get a little bit of higher attack stat if there was 5 enemies rather than 4. But I mean, this is still going to be fine, right? Because like the Bojacks we have on the team will be giving Vegeta 50% attack and defense and ki, right? Turles is giving 40%. We do have B-Pan as well, so you know we're looking good in terms of like ki and stuff like that. Saiyan lineage. Okay, so B-Pan is also going to activate Saiyan lineage for us. So here we go. This is what people wanted to see for Kid Vegeta, right? We've got 3 links active, 76k defense, very unimpressive. We'll pop B-Pan's active skill. By the way, B-Pan is coming up on an Easy 8, which is insane. She's going to be so good, dude. I cannot wait. B-Pan is really good still. Again, remember, he gets 50% defense on Super. He's got the 30% chance of dodging. He can stun, right? It's like, with really good RNG, this Vegeta could... 2.57, that's good. There we go. That's a good attack stat right there for this type of unit. But, I mean, this is with Turles and B-Pan on rotation, right? But that's definitely a better attack stat. You know, he's getting the extra 80% because there's 4 enemies. Like, that's... With... the 30% chance to stun, the 30% chance to dodge. The only thing is his defense is still so low. Even with all these extra enemies, his defense is still that low? Like, why? Why? I thought his defense would have been a bit higher, right? Because, again, he gets... Does that activate on attack? I don't think it does. No, that should be activating right away. Him getting the ki and then the attack and defense. So that defensive stat we saw right there, that should have been him with all of those defense from all those enemies. Yeah, it definitely was, right? Because we had no defensive support on that rotation. Turles and B-Pan only give offense, no defense, right? And his defense was matching up to those rotations where we had defensive support around. Yeah, this guy's mid. He's mid. As a TUR, I think he does have very good potential. If he can get a... like, you know, again, like if the medium chance to dodge goes up to high, if the medium chance of stunning goes up to high, this guy will be solid, for sure, I think, at that point. But that's a little ways off. All right, so here's at 90k with Bojack. I think, yeah, this is probably going to be pretty much the best that we're going to see, because, again, we'll have Prepare for Battle and Saiyan Warrior Race, both active. That'll probably be a little bit better than the extra support Bojack would give, right? Yeah. Because he's getting a little bit of defense as well from Prepare for Battle. All right, so let's see what attacks that he gets right here. Again, let me know what you guys think of this Kid Vegeta. His numbers are just very low. Honestly, a lot of these recent World Tournament Award cards, I don't really understand why they've made them as mid as they have. Like, that AGL Kid Gohan, I don't know what they were going for with him. Like, it's very bizarre. I think the Tech Kid Goku is okay, but 2.23, I mean, that's good, right? Breaking 2 million. It's just his defense is too low. That's the only thing. He definitely does put up better numbers. I mean, you do have the 50% chance of double supering as well. And then, you know, at that point, again, free to play, so we are considering him Rainbow, right? So then he would have at least a decent chance of getting his hidden potential system additional if we're getting multiple super attacks like that. I don't know. He's mid. He's mid. It's such a specific situation. You got to have a bunch of enemies like this. I'm not a fan of this guy. And this is coming from someone who spent 30 hours grinding him to get him Rainbow. It's not worth it. He's not worth it. All right, so this is Secretly Cherished Competition. Vegeta Kid. His leader skill is Physical Type Key 2 and 50% of stats. Fodder leader skill, but that doesn't really matter for a unit like this. His super attack is the Explosive Wave, which greatly raises defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and then has a medium chance of stunning the enemy. That, of course, is a 30% chance, which is fine. I mean, that he has a really good, like, super attack, right? Greatly raising defense and medium chance of stunning is very good. His passive skill, Admirable Abilities, gives him 70% attack and defense at the start of turn. He also gets a medium chance, a 30% chance, of dodging enemy attacks. He gets 1 key and 20% attack and defense per enemy. And then he gets a high chance, a 50% chance, of launching an additional super attack and an additional 70% attack when performing a super attack if facing 2 or more enemies. Honestly, using him, I think the build for this unit would have been fine if he was an AoE. I do think he needed to be an AoE. His design would make much more sense to me if he was an AoE. And I think that would have been cool. You know, grind the World Tournament to get another character who can be used as a World Tournament, you know, like crushing character. This guy probably would have been at least fairly decent in World Tournament, you know, with the full, you know, because you'd be going up against, what, 7 enemies? So he'd be auto-supering with a lot of attack and defense, right? Has a 50% chance of launching an additional super. He could be a good World Tournament unit, but they didn't make him an AoE, which is weird. Then his links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, Frieza's Army, Prodigies, Prepared for Battle, and Royal Lineage. Link set is fine, besides shitty Frieza's Army. I don't know why he has that. His 12 key multiplier is 140%, which is solid. That's what we expect from all, like, you know, Dokkan Fest or LR type units basically these days. And then he is on a number of different category teams, right? So for starters, he's a pure Saiyan, so of course that team gets even more buffs. He's on Vegeta Family, which is good. Vegeta Family definitely, I'm totally in favor of them spamming Vegetas and Trunkses at us and Bra and stuff like that, because this category needs to be buffed. I want more and more and more options added to this team. One good thing is that the next 2 Prime Battle LR EZAs, this Trunks and this Vegeta, are on Vegeta Family, so that'll be really good for the team. Kid Vegeta is also on Youth. This is probably where he'll be most useful, I would say, is on the Youth category team and the Youth category Super Battle Road stage. He's also over here on Terrifying Conquerors, which, I mean, you know, giving more villains to that team is definitely a good thing, not a bad thing. He's also on Space Traveling Warriors, which is obviously a fantastic team. He'll work well here with all the other Vegetas from the Saiyan Saga, and Turles, and Nappa, and Raditz, and then Bojack supporting the whole team. And then finally, he is on the Prodigal Warrior team. This, of course, is the team led by Trunks and Goten. You probably wouldn't want to run him in here. I don't know. He can work good with the other Vegetas, though. So let me know what you guys think of this Kid Vegeta. I think as a World Tournament reward card, he's not good. Just because it's so hard. Like, you can't just say, oh, he's free to play. Like, no. These guys require so much grinding to get that, like, I feel like they need to be better. Like, just a trophy card is not good enough for these characters. I don't know. I mean, let me know what y'all think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.